listening, concentrating, and I think having a sense of commitment are some of the most important things. And of course talent. You have to have talent. But if you have basic talent, if you start with talent and you add training to that, you can pretty much do whatever you want. What will kill an actor are two things: ego and lack of commitment. Well, I think actually directors that have been actors really have an advantage over those who, for example, just study directing somewhere and all of a sudden become a director, because I think you need to understand what an actor goes through. For example, I understand fully what an actor goes through the first time they have to put the script down and remember the lines for real. I know how it feels. So as a director, I have a sensitivity towards that. So I have also a sensitivity, I think, towards what actors go through in general, the nerves, the I can't do it, thing. And so I think it's important that to be a good director, that you have at one time been an actor, at least tried it. Pay attention. Don't make a lot of noise. Don't take pictures. Turn your cell phone off. But really concentrate on what's going on in stage, because you could see just these wonderful gems happen in front of you before your eyes. Just pay attention. I think right now, I think more directing. I don't know if I'm done acting necessarily, but I think directing, because also when you direct, you could also train and teach. I always try, if I have an actor do something on stage, I always try to explain why we're doing that. For example, an actor never moves unless there's a reason for an actor to move. Sometimes you see actors moving and we don't know why they're moving. So if I have an actor move over there, this is why you're moving over there, or this is why you're doing it this way, or this is why I think we need to work on that particular emotion to come out in this character. I guess I do. I guess directing, really. Although there are roles that I haven't done yet that I would like to do, like Wilhelms, obviously. Everybody wants to do that. It was actually suggested to me by Jack Brenner, who's been wanting to do it for a very, very long time. Ordinarily, I would ignore Jack. I'm only kidding. But no, but seriously. So I read the play, and I said, yeah, this is perfect, because it fits our stage. It is black box in the truest sense, where it's very limited set-wise, very limited lighting. It is pure emotion on stage. It's a fabulous piece, it really is. I mean, you're talking about two actors who literally cannot hide behind anything. I mean, they are just bearing their emotions to the audience. Money. I mean, I couldn't open a 300-seat, full proscenium stage, and not that I would want to, frankly. I've always enjoyed smaller venues. I've always enjoyed, for example, theater in the round. I've always enjoyed, as an actor, I've always enjoyed being as physically close to the audience as I possibly could be, and that feeling has stayed with me for years and years and years and years. So when it came time for me to start thinking about forming a theater company and opening a theater, that was really the obvious choice for me. I think moving forward, we're going to do plays the way the playwright wanted them done. It's not our job to try to It's not our job to change the intention of the playwright like so many directors and actors want to do. Our job is to present the productions and present the plays the way the playwright wanted them done. I also think that we're going to continue to do those kinds of shows that are suitable to our space, suitable to the audience that we are developing slowly but surely, and that is thought-provoking, fun, entertaining. Remember, theater is a powerful medium. I want people, when they leave here, I want people talking about what they saw. I want people to argue. I want people yelling at each other when they leave here.
They're just
I don't think
aware.
it's a dying art. I think it's a changing art. I mean, certainly starting in '08, in New York, and there were a number of theaters that just closed. I was involved in a project just before I moved here in 2011 that just stopped. The theater closed. It was done. I mean, financially, theater got hit very hard. So I think and it's also very expensive to produce theater. So I think what is happening, not that it's dying, but that it's evolving and it's changing. It's becoming more like this, I think. More intimate, smaller, more affordable for both the audience and in terms of production. I think if a younger audience is wanting to experience live theater, I think this would be a great starting point for them to come and see live theater, because it really is the kind of theater, and this show, and specifically, if they have an interest in acting, is something that they can relate to and something that they would enjoy. And I think leaving here, they will experience something that perhaps they can't experience in the area, let's say.
A reason?
No, the conscious choice was to come up with plays that, as I said before, that would be fun, interesting, and thought-provoking, and would move an audience in one way or another. I hate it. I love it. What do you think? Make them think about what they saw. I think that was the conscious decision. Everybody does their own thing here. There's musicals and there's comedies and there's farces and there's all that, and we fill a different niche. We fill the missing link, if you will, which is those kinds of things that we're producing. And they're not all dark. Some of them, like, for example, Walter Cronkite is Dead, can be pretty funny. There has to be, what we're trying to do here is we are trying to build a community of actors, a core group of actors, for example, that can be. That's Jack's agent calling him. I'm going to probably lose him now for the next show. But a core group of actors that can do more than one show a year. Not necessarily a repertory company, but a core group. And I think that there has to be mutual trust. I would hope that there's mutual trust and mutual respect for the work and for each other. We have a Great American Songbook, but we also have Great American Plays going back. I mean, William Inge and Clifford Odets and Arthur Miller and so on. And a lot of those plays are very timely and very apropos today. And I would love to, I directed Picnic a few years ago. I'd love to do that again. But these are large casts and they cost a lot of money. And I'd like to do Arthur Miller again. So I think that if I had a larger space, I would do more of the Great American Classics. I don't see that there couldn't be perhaps taking a show, rehearsing it in the black box, and moving it to a theater somewhere else. West Palm Beach or Boca Raton or some other place to hit a different audience, a larger audience, and produce a larger play on a larger stage. That's entirely possible. That could happen. But my concentration right now is, of course, on this season and then going into next season, making those decisions and reading those plays and making those kinds of decisions.
So you're already planning for next season and plotting it out.
Oh, yeah.
And beyond?
Not beyond next season.
One step at a time.
One step, 2 seasons at a time.
Okay, there you go.